So it is going to be race 1 of the AC40 Pros for round 2 here at the Lydd circuit. The riders have already raced on this circuit this year for round 1. So what is going to happen today? Well, we see some surprises. We're going to have to wait and find out. Healthy grids once again in all classes here at FAB, including the AC40 Pros. A lot of young riders and a lot of young talent that is currently making their way onto the grid. As we said, 2 warm-up laps before we get into racing today, due to the fact there's been no warm-up. And you can just see there, they're taking the shortcut and the quick way to the grid. Yeah, that just saves a little bit of time so that they can get themselves positioned, do any last warm-ups. Their race engineers, mechanics and or parents will be waiting for them on the grid as well, just to help them key in and get themselves all ready to go. But preparation starting, and I imagine these kids, I don't know how well they each slept overnight. I can't imagine not being absolutely full of nerves before a race day like this. Yeah, a lot of nerves between the riders, so we're going to have to wait and see how they cope with that and how they cope with it on the grids and this long wait that they're going to have the grid while they wait for the other 15 riders to line up and get positioned, and all the parents to have final words before we get racing. Yeah, and we'd love to hear everybody's support, see who's watching and who they're watching for as well. So do drop your name and your favourite rider in the relevant chat sections of our broadcast channels as well. And there you can see the riders just getting themselves ready. Of course, pole position is on the inside, but it's you can battle, Lewis, into turn 2 as well, because it is a very quick switchback chicane. Yeah, it means that no matter what side of the grid you're on, you're able to get an advantage somewhat through turn 1 and 2 at the chicane. So it produces quite a good turn 1. It depends really how pole position can get that launch and what position they're going to be in heading into the first corner. But now you can see the riders heading out for the first of their 2 warm-up laps, and it's going to be a great day of racing. It's going to be a great race here for the first race of the day. It's the AC40 Pro Race 1. And on pole position this time around, it's going to be Rex Austin with a 56.7. Taylor Tomlinson will join him in the front row. Sebastian Kosowski will start in 3rd position with Sam Gardiner alongside him. On the 3rd row of the grid, it's going to be Bradley Curtis with Nicholas Dunwoody in 6th position. Now in 7th position, it's going to be the number 7, Logan Cousins, with Liam Lindquist alongside him. Preston Baker will start in 9th with Oliver Hall next to him. And the 6th row of the grid is going to be Harrison Day and Josh Perkins. So a great day of racing. In 13th as well, we're going to have Tyler Hart, which is also moving up to the Pro Class. A lot of changes this year with Seth Hayward in 14th and Archie Hooper rounding out our grid. So a lot of changes this year. Of course, this is now the 2nd round of racing in FAB, so they already have plenty of experience around this circuit. Yeah, they know their way around for sure. And of course, as you say, going around for a second warm-up just to get themselves ready, and that will really help the riders get their eye in and get their body loose and moving, and everything working very well indeed. So yes, absolutely. The likely lads at the front, despite the fact that we've shaken up the grid slightly, the likely lads, Rex Austin and Taylor Tomlinson, very much at the front. This was in round 1. We saw Taylor Tomlinson really strong in this category, despite the fact that he's trying various other categories as well. Yeah, Taylor Tomlinson. I was just speaking to his dad before we went live today, and his dad notified us that he is using an air-cooled bike in the liquid as well, so he's racing this same pro bike in 2 classes this weekend, so double the track time on it. Oh, very good. Yeah, that's a smart move, it seems, because it's working, especially in the AC. Yeah, it certainly is. You can see now the riders are heading into the infield section. Of course, the Minimoto riders will use this infield section and will somewhat get a slower approach to this final corner, which is a very long right-hander. Yeah, but also that means that the major braking zone is on the entry into the infield, and then there's a series of switchbacks, and we've seen riders go into various different lines in there. If you go narrow on the way into the infield, you really are stuffed up when it comes to switching back to the left. So we've seen riders go around the outside and be able to dice back on the inside again very quickly into the infield. It's a really great circuit design here at Lydd. Yeah, it's a great circuit design and it produces great racing. It's a bit chilly today, but the riders are ready. They point to the light. We wait for the lights to go on. The lights go on. And we go racing for round 2 here at Lydd. Race 1 of the AC40 Pros is led by Taylor Tomlinson at turn 1. Sam Gardner positions himself and overtakes to get into second position. Coming out of the first chicane, Sam Gardner for a great start there. Rex Austin drops down the order to, I believe, 4th position, so not a good start from him, but Bradley Curtis in 5th position. All riders making it for very, very clean from the start of the race. But heading through the back section of the circuit now, sector 2, it's still going to be Taylor Tomlinson who leads the way, and what a great start it's been from him. Very, very consistent, and Taylor Tomlinson looking calm at the front.
Very calm indeed. He gave one little kickback and then focused all his energy on streamlining his body as low as possible, and that seemed to work out well for him as they head into the infield section for the first time, and they're dicing for 3rd position as they go in, and there you see those different lines straight away in the coverage today.
Yeah, different lines from all the riders, and it just depends on your bike, on your body position, and on your preference. So now the riders heading across the line to complete lap 1. It's Taylor Thompson, Sam Gardner, Sebastian Gieslowski in 3rd position, with Rex Austin down to 4th. Bradley Curtis is in 5th, and Logan Cousins drops up to 6th. So great start there from all the riders. Very, very great racing from everyone, and you can just see the riders coming through this back section of the circuit. It's a very, very quick corner for these Minimoto riders.
Picked up indeed, and down they go then into the towards the end of the second sector. They will turn left here and then power out for the run that is not particularly long, all the way down into the infield, and we'll be capturing them slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, very close together, and that's Taylor Tomlinson, Sam Gardner, Sebastian Gieslowski, Rex Austin down from pole in 4th, and Brad Curtis up to 5th at the moment.
Yeah, you can just see this small group of riders. Sebastian Gieslowski leading it, and Sebastian Gieslowski, just like our lead man Taylor Thompson, is moving up from the rookie grid. They're 2 of the biggest talents in last year's rookie grid. Of course, very, very confident on the motorcycles, as you can see, with just a couple of years experience in motorcycle racing. They look like they've been doing it for longer than that.
Absolutely, they really do look like they've got lots of practice in. I was talking to a couple of riders earlier today, and they've been getting some winter practice in Spain. If they've got the resources to do that and the support, we've got a rider down on the back side of the circuit, just being attended to. So I think that'll be handled with yellow flags at the moment as the leaders come through.
Yeah, the leaders come through, and Sebastian Gieslowski is under threat at the moment, so he's going to have to keep calm headed into this infield section. As you said just before the race started, it's such a tight corner. It's a very, very heavy braking zone, and we even see some crashes on the entry to the corner yesterday in round 1.
Definitely. Oh, we've got a red flag. It's the red flag on the circuit. That was late call for the riders. They all slamming on the brakes. So we shall presumably reset once everything is taken care of, and we make sure that everybody. Because safety is paramount here.
Yeah, safety is paramount. All the FAB officials, medics, and marshals do a great job here at keeping everyone safe and getting racing.
Coming straight back into the pits, it looks like.
Yeah.
So that's a quick cessation of racing there. We only got 2 laps in. Taylor Tomlinson did get the fastest lap on a 56.489, and he was also very quick off lap 1 as well. Some of the riders looking quite animated as they come through. I guess they've been bundles full of nerves all the way through the evening, hoping to push on for the next day racing, and unfortunately it's very frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be frustrating, but it's one of those things that happens in racing. But these riders now just need to keep calm, keep their heads in the game, although maybe some riders like to just have a bit of a laugh and just try to put their mind off it before they have to get going again. It really just depends. So
we may have a truncated race. We shall wait and see until they get the green light.
Yep, we'll have to wait and see until the lights go out. Everyone is raring to go. The helpers are stepping off the grid. Final talks are being done to the riders before we get underway. The points of lights are done, and the lights go out, and we are racing again for the restart of the AC40 Pro race. And this time around, Taylor Tomlinson does not get that whole shot. Taylor Tomlinson is still in that second position, and still having to battle to try and take the race lead once again. Can he do it? We're going to have to wait and find out. A clean getaway from all the riders. You can just see Oliver Hall and Harrison Day battling for position at the start of the race. One of the final riders there coming out of the first section, but what a great start it's been.
Much better for Rex Austin, of course, who leads them away from the start and into the third sector of the racetrack now, as they head along the fastest point for these Minimotos before slamming on the brakes and getting down into the infield. It is Rex Austin from Taylor Tomlinson at the front.
Yep, Sam Gardner tailing behind in third position, but you can just see now the rider is flipping it to the left side of the tyre. It's a very, very technical section where you come out here and it's a short kink left before the final turn. So Rex Austin still leading the way, and as we said, a completely different start from what we were expecting.
Yeah, now a very different challenge for Taylor Tomlinson as well, who's going to have to find a way past it. His best performances so far in our championship have come from leading away from the front and from that whole shot, but now he's got a different task in front of him. We'll see if he's as good an overtaker as he is as a starter.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see and wait and find out. But Sebastian Gosłowski is down in fourth position at the moment, and we've seen from the first start of this race that he has the pace to fight for the podium. Definitely,
and he's that's him currently in fourth position, having dropped down one place from his start place, but he's definitely on the hunt here. In the blue helmet is Sebastian Gosłowski.
Yeah, so it was a 9-lap restart, 8 laps to go in this race. At the line this time around, heading after his final corner, it will be 7 laps to go. Rex Austin leads the way, and Rex Austin, you can already see how much pressure Taylor Tomlinson is trying to put under him. Taylor Tomlinson is clearly looking to dive up the inside at any moment now.
Definitely, and in fact there it is, coming on the exit of turn 2. It looked like possibly Rex Austin slightly hot into turn 1, and Taylor Tomlinson straight through that little gap.
Yeah, Taylor Tomlinson just did enough to show his front wheel and to show Rex Austin that he was there, which really adds pressure. It probably doubles the pressure that you have in you than when they're sitting behind. But Sebastian Gosłowski is now looking for a way past Sam Gardner. That gap has clearly closed, but you can see the gap between Rex Austin and third position with Sam Gardner in it has clearly risen. So it looks like Sebastian Gosłowski is going to have to make that overtake to be able to fight for this race win.
Yeah, it looks like we've got another yellow flag as well near that most difficult section of the racetrack. Yeah, we do have a rider down, unfortunately, but hopefully all will be well. And it's just being dealt with a yellow flag at this current. Yeah, rider on their feet, fantastic, good to see. But Taylor Tomlinson leads them away to start lap 3, and Rex Austin behind. Sebastian Gosłowski did get ahead, and it looks like
it was Sam
Gardner, wasn't it, who lost out. So Sebastian Gosłowski now onto the podium without having to really do anything.
Yeah, Sam Gardner crashed out of that tricky section at the back section of the course, but he was up on his feet as seen on the camera. So now Taylor Tomlinson away from Rex Austin, but Sebastian Gosłowski is no longer under the same amount of pressure to make that overtake, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can do from this position.
Yeah, the race just settling now. I don't know if accidents on track sort of unsettle the drivers slightly, and they want to make the riders and want to make sure that they're getting themselves just paying extra attention to the fact that there are more and more accidents, and that's probably as a result of a lack of warm-up and a cold start here.
Yeah, that's Preston Baker there in fourth position, defending from Nicholas Dunwoody for fourth place. This is just off the podium places, but of course, if anything happens, if any breakdowns happen, if any incidents happen, these are the guys that are going to be on the podium if any mistakes happen. So 5 laps to go in this race. Taylor Tomlinson, the fastest lap of the race, with a 56 flat, so very, very fast, 2/10 faster than Rex Austin last time around. It extends his gap to almost half a second.
Definitely, yeah. Sad to see Brad Curtis has retired from the race, I think, as well as Sam Gardner. We'll wait to see if Sam actually registers a time on this lap, but Brad Curtis and the Curtis family have had a similar commute length to I have from the northeast of the UK, so a big shame to have travelled such a long distance, but they do still have another race to come.
Yep, Bradley and Lucy Curtis are coming from the Scottish Minimoto scene, and now they're here at FAB and here competing in very, very respectable places, considering they're just learning these circuits. Because if it's your first time coming here at Lydd, it's going to be very, very tricky to get your head around it straight away.
Definitely, yeah. There's a fair amount of elevation change in the corners and a lot of camber. Some obviously concrete serrated curves to deal with that you can just see in picture now. But currently a nice three-way battle going on here.
Yeah, nice three-way battle. Josh Perkins leading the way, but Harrison Day and Oliver Hall are right on his tail. Oliver Hall actually looks like he's going to dive round the outside of Harrison Day, but he cannot make it work. Can he get the switch back though from the 2021 AC40 Rookies Champion? It doesn't look like it, but Harrison Day's looking down the inside, and Josh Perkins just leans on him and closes the gap completely.
Yeah, and that's cost the middle-placed rider in this group of 3, because it lost a lot of momentum, but seems to be just about picking it back up again.
Yeah, Harrison Day picking it back up again and looking down the inside here, but can Oliver Hall take advantage? This place right now, this place all the way down in 8th position is up for grabs, and every single point matters here at FAB because it's been a long year. But Harrison Day, what a move that was, going into the very, very fast and short left-hander, so he really had to commit and thread the needle for that one.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, very rare to see a move work that way. It's all about corner exit and then being super, super brave on the brakes, and he certainly nailed that one.
Yeah, Harrison Day, very, very brave, making his return this year to FAB-Racing after suffering from some injuries at Clandell last year at round 6. But overhaul now down the inside of Josh Perkins. So Josh Perkins all the way down to what is going to be 10th position now. So he's dropped 2 positions in 2 laps.
Yep, and obviously those 2 riders will be eyes focused on the back of Logan Cousins, and in front of him Liam Lindquist, who are not too far up the road, just 1.7 seconds.
Yep, not too far up the road. Liam Lindquist and Logan Cousins are having the battle at the moment, but Oliver Hall looks like he wants to take his position off Harrison Day. He looks to get the switch back, but he cannot make it. You can just see how much better Harrison Day's drive was.
So good in that infield section, really, really strong. But meanwhile, the race is still led by Taylor Tomlinson, and we cut to that straight away because we have 2 laps to go as Rex Austin still just half a second behind, ready to pounce on any mistake that he's hoping might come from Taylor Tomlinson.
Yeah, Taylor Tomlinson now approaching back markers, but it looks like he's going to hit them at the perfect place, just down the straight into the braking zone. Will this hold up Rex Austin? He might just get held up here actually by the back markers. This is not what Rex Austin's wanting at all. Taylor Tomlinson, his gap should extend from 0.4 of a second because Rex Austin has just got past that back marker there. I believe that is Seth Hayward that they're getting past. So what's going to happen now? We come across the line to head on to the final lap of the race, and Taylor Tomlinson leads the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Rex Austin did struggle to get past that back marker. He's back past him now though, and of course if anything's going to happen between these 2 leaders, it has to happen now. Taylor Tomlinson, the bike looking quite active underneath him. I don't know if I'm reading that correctly, Lewis, but it's bouncing and jittering a little bit. Maybe that's just him pushing, and he's slow out of the corner slightly there as he glances right and then gets on with it.
Yeah, Taylor Tomlinson clearly seen that he has to get hurry up there because the gap has reduced quite significantly from the final couple laps. Maybe he's just took a breather and thinking that it was okay, but he's not, because Rex Austin's looking down the inside. Rex Austin looking to make a move in the infield section. Wow, Rex Austin, what a move that was. Can Taylor Tomlinson do anything with just 2 corners to go? Rex Austin powers out and extends the gap into the final turn. It's all about the drive to the line. The line is coming up now. Checker flag well away from Rex Austin. Should take the race lead from Taylor Tomlinson on the final lap.
What an amazing win that was. Brilliant move into the infield. I thought he was way too far back, but he made it stick. Tremendous from Rex Austin. But Taylor Tomlinson, strong points for his championship campaign. And there goes Gazlowski making up the podium as well.
Yeah, and now Harrison Day trying to get Liam Lindquist at the line. Can he do it? No, he cannot. And there's Oliver Hall rounding out what is the top 9. So now the final couple of rounds are coming through the line now, and there is your race winner, and there's Rex Austin.
Tremendous performance from Rex that time. He got away, he got into the lead at the very start, gave up a place to Taylor Tomlinson, but didn't let his head drop, and I think all of his supporters are going to be absolutely thrilled with him. And there you go, massive pat on the shoulder. Rex Austin is going to be beaming inside that helmet. Look at him. He's so happy. He even stopped mid parade lap there to take in a little bit of love and congratulations.
Yeah, great result there. Rex Austin, your race winner on the 991 bike. So Rex Austin, great race and very, very quick race for the AC4 Pro class. And there you can see all the riders running over, congratulating him and giving him a massive hug. But Rex Austin is your race leader, and he wins by just 0.3 of a second. Taylor Tomlinson is second, with Sebastian Gazlowski in third. Preston Baker comes home in fourth, with Nicholas Dunwoody, Logan Cousins and Liam Lindquist in 5th, 6th and 7th. Harrison Day and Oliver Hall have a great battle in 8th and 9th, and Josh Perkins rounds out our top 10 after an incredible race, and you could just see celebrations continuing.
Yeah, everyone around him, it seems to be absolutely stoked that he's won that race. He's going to be, well, I don't think there'll be any champagne, but he'll find something to celebrate with. Fantastic performance from Rex, and what a way to start the day.
Yeah, what way to start the day. Sunshine is out, a bit breezy, a bit cold still. But what a way to start your day, and what a way to start round 2. The amount of confidence that's going to bring you for the next 2 races later on today.
Oh, totally. He will be sky high at the moment and loving that. I bet he can't wait to get going again, and I'm sure we'll see him later on in our coverage.
It's round 2 of the championship. We're here at Lydd again, same as round 1. So a lot of experience now for these riders around the circuit in great conditions.
Fantastic day to race as well. You can still see the wind whipping around a little bit, but it's nowhere near as strong as it has been earlier, and we should have fantastic track conditions for these young racers.
Yeah, we should. The young racers are now making their way onto the track. This is the middleweight class. In the Minimoto class, classes that we have here at FAB, we have 4 of them, 3 for kids and 1 for the adults. So certainly something for everyone. And I believe this time around in the afternoon race sessions, we are just going to have a short lap to the grid before 1 warm-up lap, and then racing will get underway. So obviously no warm-up sessions this morning meant that we had to give the riders 2 warm-up laps before we got underway, but now just 1.
Yeah, so they should be dialed in. They should be ready and raring to go. There's a photographer lying down, just relaxing. I think trying to get a particularly fun shot. I don't know if no, it looks to be just reading something, so not taking any pictures. So he'll enjoy this one when he watches back to see that we caught him napping.
Yeah, Dale Baldwin, the photographer here, all the Fab rounds. Potentially is even watching the coverage on his phone. Hopefully so. We'll have to wait and find out. But now then, the AC40 Pros are waiting on the grid, and all the riders are raring to go. I am sure they've had to wait all lunch for this, so it's been a big build-up.
Absolutely, yeah. And Rex Austin with the win in round 1, race 1 here. So he'll be hoping to secure that again further. He is riding bike 991 and did qualify himself onto that pole position and converted that into the win in the first round.
Yeah, he did, and Logan Cousins is going to be wanting for a better result this time around. You can just see, actually, Taylor Thompson making his late entry to the grid. But he's having a quick word to Lee Klaus, and then we should be able to get underway for the warm-up lap before we go racing.
Hint of a finger wag going on there. I think he might be just asking Taylor to calm down a little bit, perhaps, but he's properly excited about getting racing again.
Yep, all the parents are getting told to exit off the grid before we get underway for a 15 bike field that we have here, and Dale is already ready for the pictures, but it is going to be Rex Austin on pole position with Taylor Tomlinson alongside him. Sebastian Gieselski will start our second row of the grid with Sam Gardner in 4th position next to him. Bradley Curtis will start our 3rd row of the grid with Nicholas Dunwoody next to him, and Logan Cousins, the number 7 in 7th position, starts on the 4th row of the grid with Liam Lindquist in 8th. Preston Baker and Oliver Hall are on the 5th row of the grid in 9th and 10th, and Harrison Day and Josh Perkins on the 6th row of the grid. Tyler Hartley, Seth Hayward and Archie Hooper round out our 15 bike grid that we have here for the AC40 Pro. So it's going to be some great racing. You can just see for the camera, the wind is definitely picked up from this morning.
It looks to be, and those advertising hoardings also getting a bit whipped up as well. So the starters having to hold the flag still. It's definitely picking up and calm a bit. All the assistants there just waving the bikes to slow down because they were expecting 2-lap warm-up again, I think, perhaps, but getting ready for a standing start now, of course, after warming those bikes up for 1 lap. And we are ready to get racing again this afternoon. Fantastic. Can't wait for this one, Lewis. The AC40 Pros.
Yep, I can't wait either, neither can the riders. They're all going to be staring at the lights. They're all raring to go. They've been waiting since this morning to get this race done, to get the action underway. We start the first race 2 of the day. The lights go on. And the lights go up for round 2 here at Lydd, and it's a great start made by Rex Austin. Rex Austin leads the grid, and Sam Gardner getting dropped down all the way to 4th position. Taylor Tomlinson managing to get into that podium position though, so what a great start that's been. Sebastian Gieselski in a very, very good and respectable 2nd position. Bradley Curtis in 5th at the moment, and Logan Cousins having a very consistent start and continuing in 7th position.
It looks like possibly Preston Baker dropped down slightly as well from that start. Taylor Tomlinson down 2 places and then back up immediately. So a good recovery, but again, a characteristic poor start from Taylor Tomlinson.
Yep, and characteristically, not like Sam Gardner, but I believe he's received a jump start penalty at the start of this race. So he's in 4th position at the moment. Oh, a massive high side there from Sebastian Gieslowski and collecting Sam Gardner, so his day has just gone from bad to worse. But both riders are up on their feet, and that's definitely a good sign. Sebastian Gieslowski looks to try to get the bike started. Everyone's checking that he's okay. A nod to the head there, so he jumps back on the bike and he gets underway again. What bravery from the young rider.
Amazing courage to get straight back on it. I know that they're kind of pre-programmed to do that as soon as they can, but it's almost like they don't make a conscious check of how they're feeling. They just want to get going again. Back on it, but still on it. Here we've got the leaders. This is Rex Austin versus Taylor Tomlinson. Yet again, these super quick little drivers, little racers who are doing so well today.
Yeah, Taylor Tomlinson will definitely be feeling confident, but not as much as Rex Austin, who has the fastest lap of the race, a 58.2 this time around. It definitely will be a lot faster this time, though, as it's not from standstart. And there's another crasher. I believe, yeah, that's the number 12, which is going to be Archie Hooper. So Archie Hooper crashing as well. So a lot of riders following at the start of this AC40 Pro race.
Yeah, maybe taking too much of a break over lunchtime, or I'm not quite sure how else to describe it, unless it's that wind picking up. We'll see if as the coverage continues through the day.
Yeah, a lot of the riders were very, very anxious over lunchtime, ensuring there's been a lot of build-up to this race. But there's Taylor Tomlinson looking down the inside, and that'll be the outside for this first place. But of course, still 7 laps to go, so still plenty of time at the moment for him to make his move.
Yeah, and of course we're back into using the infield section again for these Minimotos. That means that the main overtaking zone will be within that infield section that we're approaching right now, with Taylor Tomlinson tucked in again and looking to try and action a move here up against Rex Austin, your winner of race 1. And Taylor Tomlinson, great switch back there. He'll be fully alongside and muscling Rex Austin out and getting the lead of the race then with 7 to go. Taylor Tomlinson in the lead.
Yep, 7 to go. Taylor Tomlinson in the lead now, number 77, with a clear track in front of him, something which he was pretty used to last year in the AC40 rookie class. His sparring partner from last year, Sebastian Gieslowski, now down in 14th position after that crash, but I'm sure he'll make his way up the order. Further down the field, there's battles going all the way down the field. There's a big battle going on right here between Logan Cousins and Oliver Hall, and Logan Cousins is also going to be wanting to try and get the better of Liam Lindquist. This is for 4th position. These 3 riders, Liam Lindquist having a great ride today, actually in 4th position. Oliver Hall really going for that outside move. It's quick corners to do it. Can he make it work? Oliver Hall having to back out of that on Logan Cousins.
Tremendous stuff there. Just to update you further down the order, Sam Gardner did manage to get past Seth Hayward for 12th position. Archie Hooper has made a position up on Sebastian Gieslowski as he gets himself back into in racing speed after that fairly concerning looking accident, but he's back right on it once again.
Yep, so now coming for the final sector of the circuit, and Oliver Hall is still trying to get the slipstream, trying to find any little inch of track over Logan Cousins as he can. Logan Cousins, of course, his mother is due to have a baby this weekend, and I know his dad has been going back and forth to the circuit every single day pretty much over this 2-round meeting. So great dedication from everyone in the family. And there we see a battle further down the field. That is Preston Baker battling for 7th position with Nicholas Dunwoody. So it's great to see so many battles and so many people get in a race, because in a race that's really where you learn your racecraft.
Absolutely, yeah, they're learning every single turn here, and just so keen to make a good impression, to have a good weekend, and so far so good for the riders. It's great to see such full grids into day 2 here, and tremendous work by everybody involved to keep this one running so smoothly.
Yep, tremendous work. And Sebastian Gieslowski, I believe, has retired from the race, and I've just seen Archie Hooper pull into the pit lane as well. So both riders retiring from the race. Potentially there's some bike issues, or potentially just not feeling 100%. We'll find out later on. But Liam Lindquist and Oliver Hall is now ahead of Logan Cousins. So Logan Cousins now dropping down to what is going to be 6th position. So Oliver Hall is clearly on the charge here and wants 4th place.
Yeah, he's absolutely going for it. That was very brave on the brakes. Another new position for an overtake we haven't seen before today. So creating new opportunities there. Oliver Hall, great stuff, up to P6. Still in the lead of the race, though. Taylor Tomlinson by a second from Rex Austin. Bradley Curtis is in third. Liam Lindquist, Logan Cousins, just ahead of Oliver Hall here, centre in your picture frame.
Yeah, a real group of riders is now forming behind Liam Lindquist, so we're going to have to see what is going to happen. But Oliver Hall in the slipstream. I was speaking to his dad earlier on in the weekend, and he was saying that whenever he was racing the Metro kit last year, Metro kit Mini GP50, had a go of it. He thinks that it was taken away from his Minimoto skills, from his AC40 Pro class, and now this year it's all focus on it, and you can just see how much that has helped, because now he's battling for 4th position, and if anyone messes up in front of him, he could be on the podium. So Oliver Hall really looking strong in the race.
He is looking very good as he goes down for the outside move into this difficult corner here as they go uphill. There's a small elevation just before that corner which really can unsettle the bike, so he's clearly been able to handle that really well, and is on the ascendancy as they go towards that main overtaking place that we've seen into the infield.
Yep, into the infield we go. Special for the Minimoto classes here at FAB-Racing at the Lydd karting circuit. And you can just see Logan Cousins is now going to have to start thinking about defending behind him, because Preston Baker and Nicholas Dunwoody have properly caught up. And it looks like Oliver Hall round the outside at turn 1. Will he make it work on Liam Lindquist? We're going to have to wait and see for 4th position. Will Oliver Hall be able to make it work? And no, he cannot. But look how racy he looks. He looks like he wants it into the second chicane. We go. Oliver Hall looking this way, that way. He can't find any way though, because Liam Lindquist, he's doing a great job at defending right now. He's looking around the outside again. We see his corner coming up, a fast right-hander. He likes to look round the outside. He's looking again. Will he make it work? No, he cannot.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a successful move around the outside of that corner, so he needs to be checking on the coverage to see where people can make it work better. And it's definitely the inside line that seems to be the favourite there for successful moves, Lewis.
Yep, certainly is. And Taylor Tomlinson now on the last lap of the race. Taylor Tomlinson, the leader, number 77, is now coming through the chicane to power out through, and he just needs to make it through 3/4 of a lap before he takes his Fab race win in the AC40 Pro class, which in your first season is crazy to think about. It just shows how talented he is.
He is a real talent for the future, as are many of the riders here in this field. But Taylor Tomlinson currently very much one of the quickest here, and heading down into the infield for the final time.
In the infield for the final time, and now the brilliant Taylor Tomlinson. He's had a great year so far, a great year last year. He's coming for the final section, and that is Preston Baker. Stopped at the final track, and there Taylor Tomlinson coming out the final corner and winning the AC40 Pro Race 2 at round 2 here at the Lydd karting circuit. Great result. He will be delighted with that. Now in the infield section, this is the battle with Liam Lindquist further back, and there's Liam Lindquist still trying to defend, but I believe Logan Cousins and Oliver Hall may have got the better of him, but we'll have to wait until we get to the line. We power out through for 3rd position. Oliver Hall takes 4th position, Logan Cousins 5th, and Liam Lindquist dropping down to 6th position at the line.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Fantastic. Just to confirm then, Rex Austin did secure 2nd place, so a really successful day for 1st and 2nd in the first 2 races. Bradley Curtis in 3rd. But really, it's all about Taylor Tomlinson in this round 2 of the day.
Yep, it's all about Taylor Tomlinson, and that is why, because he is your race winner. Rex Austin is in 2nd place, and Bradley Curtis has taken 3rd position. When we didn't even mention Bradley too much, but what a great ride that is. His first full season in Fab, I believe, after coming from Scotland. I first spoke to him at Rowra, and they love racing. It's a real family affair. Both himself and his sister Lucy Curtis is racing in the Minimoto classes. But Taylor Tomlinson, a little wave to the camera.
Nice wave to the camera, absolutely. Yeah, knows where that camera is positioned. I think he's learned that fantastic. So here is your top 10 then. It's Taylor Tomlinson with a winning margin, a very impressive winning margin of 7.293 seconds and a fastest lap of 55.606. Next up, Rex Austin with a win and a 2nd place then in the 2nd race today, with Bradley Curtis, best result I think of the weekend so far from him. Oliver Hall in 4th, Logan Cousins, Liam Lindquist, Sam Garther, Nicholas Dunwoody, Josh Perkins and Harrison Day complete your top 10, with points being scored by Tyler Hartley, Seth Hayward, Archie Hooper, Preston Baker. Unfortunately, Preston Baker and Sebastian Goslowski did not manage to finish that. But a brilliant one, and one more of these brilliant little Minimoto races for the AC40s to come later on this afternoon.